There is one thing regarding the use of where keyword that you must remember. As you have seen in the lecture on global objects, variables and functions that we wrote on the console were created in the global namespace, or they were created inside the global object. So in case we create a variable xyz, this variable is stored inside the window object. Similarly, if we write a function and declare a variable inside this function, this variable is local to the function. So although the function is stored inside the global object, the local variable is not a part of the global object. Alright? But there is a caveat. If we do not use the where keyword inside the function while declaring variables, it would be better if JavaScript complained, but instead what it does is that instead of creating a local variable, it creates a global variable. Let's just see it. Now this is very dangerous. Global variables are bad anyways, and here it is not even intentional. So let's say if a global variable named ABC was already created purposefully in some other part of your program, it will get overwritten by this statement if you are not careful. And these kind of bugs are very hard to find. So if you are creating local variables inside a function, do not forget to use the where keyword. A similar problem can be noticed in case of constructor functions. Consider the circle example we did earlier. As I said earlier, that this parameter will bind to the new object created after we use the new keyword. Alright? But circle, after all, is just a function. So if we call it like a normal function, that is without using the new keyword, like so, that this keyword will be bound to the global window object. Right? And in that case, if we created variables inside the function, they will be stored in the window global object. And that is the reason why we start the names of constructor functions with a capital letter as a convention, so that it is clear that they are to be used with the new keyword always. Because if you do not do that, of course you will not have any object, but worse is that some global variable may get overwritten. By the way, in general, prefer not to create global variables and use them in your program, but sometimes they are not completely avoidable. So you must be aware of these pitfalls.